please respond so we can move on.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Thank you very much. So today we're looking at ideation and sketching. So ideation basically is the process where you generate ideas and solutions through sessions such as sketching, prototyping, brainstorming, and then bringing up like possible ideas to like solutions to your problems, like whatever you're doing your user research on. So here it says to design a high quality product, you first need to spend some time thinking outside the box and brainstorming possible solutions. Ideation can be defined as a process of generating a broad set of ideas on a given topic with no attempt to judge or evaluate them. So, like, say for instance, let's say you're working in a team, yeah, and then you have a problem. Let's say, based on like you've done all your user research, you've interviewed people, and then now you're trying to like come up with ideas to find solutions to make your target users' lives better, and then to make them satisfied. So like that is basically what this whole ideation and sketching is all about. The more you practice coming up with lots of ideas, the more natural it will feel. So like you come up with ideas, you like each and every one of you like come together as a group. I know you're not a group now, but like individually you like source for ideas, and then from you find the most like reasonable or the most possible, the one that can like go with like the problem that you have, yeah, and then you can go from there. Which will like I'll get you through the process like in a few minutes. Ideation allows a design team to bounce ideas off one another and spend some time thinking creatively about all the possible ways a design problem can be solved. Like what I've been saying earlier, you and your team work together to like brainstorm and find solutions to a problem that you want to solve. I don't know the problem, but like just a problem. Let's say you're trying to build an app or a website. So you're brainstorming, oh, what could I put in this website or app that will make it user friendly, make it fault free or fault tolerant in a way. Yeah, like will not give you like bad reviews. You get. The aim of ideation is to generate a lot of ideas, even the most ridiculous ones. Yeah, some ideas you might come up with might not be like all that good, but then the whole point of ideation, like a step is brainstorming. So when you and your team come together to like brainstorm, you cancel off the bad ideas that you've come up with. Which actually no idea is bad, but then the ones that cannot flow with what you're looking for, like your end goal, you cancel those ones off, and then you look for like the most suitable one for you and move on with your design. Sometimes your most outrageous idea will turn out to a great and unique solution. Very true. Ideation will help you ask the right questions and innovate with a strong focus on your users, their needs, and your insights about them. Yes, your focus is on your users. You've done interviews, you've asked them their pain points, their most loved feature on an app or a website, their most hated feature on a website. You're trying to like make the website or the app look very good, like to satisfy their needs. So all what you're doing, like everything, all the ideas you're coming up with is to satisfy your user need, target users needs. Bring together perspectives and strengths of your team members. Yes, like for instance, in a team, or let me say, in a team I've worked with, I'll use myself as an example. I would say I was very good with interview questions. So like I wrote that. I was also really good with ideas. Yes, I can sketch a bit. Well, I don't. You don't really have to be artistic and all. So like yeah, but like I could sketch a bit. And yeah, we all came together. But people were like better at some things than I was, and I allowed them to like get into their like element and shine, because obviously I would not do as good as they will. That's what they mean by that second point. Get obvious solutions out of your head and drive your team beyond them. True, you're bringing your ideas to the table, and then you're allowing your team to like look at it as a whole, and then looking for possible ways to move forward. Uncover unexpected areas of innovation. That's also true. Preparing for ideation, you empathize with your users. Empathizing is the first step in the design process. You need to know who you're solving for and their needs. Like what I've been saying, your users are your priority. You you need to like take their needs, their wants, everything like their pain, what they love, what they hate, what they want to see, what they don't want to see. You need to take all these things into consideration when you are sourcing for ideas and resources to build the website or app that's or yeah to sketch ideas for that website or app they are going to eventually design and build for them. Define the problem. Defining is the second step in the design process. The problem you're trying to solve should be well defined so that everyone on your team can think of ideas to solve the same problem. Like let's use for instance Zenith Bank app. I know that there's a lot of issues going on with Zenith now. So yeah, like you can't just say, oh, bank apps, they don't really respond. All bank apps don't really respond very well. But then I'm sure there's a particular thing that Zenith Bank is doing that is really hurting people that patronize Zenith Bank. And then when you now, like, you look for the particular problem that, let's say, like, 90% of the users of Zenith Bank are facing, and then that is what you are going to, like, work on to solve as a team or individually as you guys are now. So that's what they mean by defining the problem. Establishing a creative environment. A creative environment is essential in ideation process. You need a creative environment where everyone on the team can get together and present their ideas. If you're ideating virtually, try to find a different space in your home that is free of cluster and distraction. Set a time limit. Hmm. Come up with. That's very, very, very true. Let me give you an example again. So I was working on a website. Yes, I was working on a website with a team, and we were having issues with the whole user research and ideation and sketching stage. And then we had the developers that were going to like that were going to need our designs at the eventually at some point. So we had to like we took a lot of time. Let's say like 3 weeks working on just the design process, like this particular aspect of the design process. We've not even gotten to like sketching out stuff or designing on Figma, that kind of thing. Yeah. So you have to set a time limit. We didn't set a time limit for ourselves, or we set a time limit and we were not conscious of our time limit. So that if you're working with developers like front end and back end, they will not
No.
be willing to wait for you
I'm
however long you might need them to wait for you to like finish brainstorming your ideas and coming up with like the best solution ever. So you have to like set a time limit for yourself when you're brainstorming and thinking of ideas to come up with for your as a solution to the problem that you're working in. Assemble a diverse team. An inclusive team of people with different races, genders, abilities, and backgrounds will help you come up with different kinds of solutions. Yes, different people from different parts of the world use whatever you think you're going to create a solution for. Trust me, different people, different races use it, and they will all have like particular things that are not like how do I say it? As a Nigerian, you know what you will not like or what doesn't benefit you in that sense as a Nigerian from an app, and maybe an Indian will know what like doesn't really settle well with them from an app that doesn't really like uh it doesn't make room for their kind of things what they like to see as Indians. So that's what they mean by this assembly diverse team. So it will help you to come up with like different kinds of solutions. So you're not only looking at like a particular race or ethnicity, you're focusing on like you're going broader. You're like, okay, this is like something I want to make a universal app or a website that everybody can come together and use and not have any issue with. Think outside the box. When ideating, try to think outside the box and be very creative. The designer, you should be very creative. And yes, thinking outside the box. Trust me, the whole process might not be all that easy, but the outcome will make you feel good about yourself. Any idea that comes to your mind, pen it down. Yes, it might not be when you are brainstorming or you are sourcing for an idea that the idea will come ASAP. It might be when you're doing something else, maybe something you love doing, and an idea might just pop up in your head. So just like have maybe your notepad on your phone ready or a pen and a book ready, jot it down so you don't like miss it. Because there have been like lots of time when I've had this idea, oh, I want to like put this thing into work, like a design, and then I forget, and it's hard for me to like go back and it's not like I can go into my brain and like take out a particular, open a particular door and say, oh, this is what I've been looking for. No, so you are likely to forget an idea that will probably make a whole lot of sense in the problem you're trying to solve. So like it's good to like pen down your ideas and see how you can bring them to life. So I hope everybody is following me.
Yes, we are following. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. And I'm not too fast or too slow.
No, not at all.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we move on to sketching. While there are many ways to ideate, sketching is one great way to brainstorm possible solutions. Like I said, you don't need to be an artist to, sketch or have like great sketches. A successfully a successful sketch is one that captures the possible UX and UI characteristics of a product. Sketching is a quick way to make your ideas tangible so that they can be tested and adjusted before you. Yes. So like at the side, at the right hand side, you see like an example of sketching, a sketch or two. Not exactly sure what this is, but like this is an example of what they mean by sketching. So before I design, I sketch normally on a book. I have like a drawing, an A4 drawing book that I do, like I call it my sketchbook, because I make sure I know where everything I want on a particular app or website I'm building is in like positioned on my sketch. Then when I'm designing, it makes it so much easier and like stress free, because I've already envisioned what I'm going to design, so it's like easier rather than you just jumping on Figma and trying to like put this and this together. So like sketching helps you be more organized. That's the way to put it. Uh, Sketching helps you generate ideas. Rapid ideation is a technique used most frequently by designers and creatives. It is really simple. You set a time limit, less than 30 minutes. So set a time limit that you're comfortable with and you can work with. So you know you can sketch something really good that you can like put into a design within that time frame. They set that kind of time limit. This is just like a standard. Draw as many ideas as possible within that time limit. Put everything on paper. Trust me, it does wonders to your design. At the end of the time limit, share your sketches, discuss, and move on to a more refined way. Like after your sketches, you jump to Figma and you start putting two and two together, and then you create a very beautiful app or website or whatever you're trying to create. Crazy Eight is a sketching technique that helps you get ideas flowing for any design problem you need to solve. With Crazy 8, you sketch 8 different designs, each with a new idea of solving the user's problems. Crazy 8 takes only 8 minutes. Hmm. To be very honest, this is a very good idea. This is a very good technique, but it's not something that I have used before. I would say I've used something similar to this because an example again. Forgive me for using a lot of examples, but I feel like you need to like practicalize it, or you need to like envision like practical ways to these things rather than just giving you the theoretical aspect. So I remember I was trying to work on a fitness app, and I drew the first screen, I sketched it out. Then as I was sketching it out, a lot of ideas were like pouring into my head. So like I sketched like 5 different screens for like just that first page, that first. So I sketched 5 different screens, yeah, for like the same, like okay, let's say like the welcome page of my app, my fitness app. I sketched 5 different screens for that with different ideas that came into my head. So that's what like they mean by this crazy eight. So like, oh, you might, okay, oh, the app should look this way, let me sketch it this way. Oh, this thing should be here. Oh, I think a button will look really good. Oh, what if I have like a very cool animated stuff, that kind of thing. So yeah, any you feel like will make a whole lot of sense for your possible problem you're trying to like solve, sketch it down. Trust me, it works wonders. Benefits of Crazy Eight. Crazy Eight is an exciting design ideation exercise that helps you generate lots of ideas in a small amount of time. Crazy Eight also forces you to think outside the box because you have to come up with many ideas in a short frame without judging them. This means that you have lots of unique solutions to consider. Very true. Very true. The more you sketch out your design, like you sketch out what you are planning to design, you figure out when you like look at it, you figure out which one really speaks to you and which one you feel like if a user is going to like use this app, it will like give them a very wonderful experience. So yes, Crazy 8 is something that you should try out. Just little things I created by myself that I really want to like talk about. So as we know that ideation and sketching is the third stage in the design thinking process, and this is where you brainstorm. It's a very important aspect of the design process. This is like the pre-magic moment you get. You're cooking to make magic happen. Like your magic is your design, and yes. So during the ideation process, you ask the right questions. So asking the right questions is a very key point in knowing how to go about providing a solution to your problem. I'll just give a pointer. So when you're asking like interview questions, or when you're like collecting interview questions for your target users, don't push what you want to hear. I know that you've done your research and everything, but don't push what you want to hear on them. Ask questions that make them emotionally, like they make them open up emotionally to like give you what they really like feel, like their pain points, yes, everything. So don't push your ideas on them, rather allow them to give you what they feel, yeah, and then you turn what they feel into ideas, and you sketch them down, and then you create something that shows that you listen to them. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but like that's something that I just feel like I should tell you guys. uh Again, focus on their needs, which is like your main priority, your only priority, because whatever you're designing is to cater to their needs and their wants. So everything that you're doing should be about them. That's like a very key thing to note down. And like I said, hold a pen and paper handy so that whenever the idea comes, write down the idea. It might work, turn out great, it might not turn out great, but it's still something. Every idea is something that could turn out great, depending on how well it fits with what your users have, feedback from your users. Yes. Are there any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Nobody else? I can see a lot of people on this in this meeting. So like, I don't know if you have a question. This is like be the perfect time to answer your questions, or if you like have confusion about something, this is like be the perfect time to answer that before you move on to a task that I'll give you, so you know how to go about your
Okay,
task efficiently well.
okay, sorry, can
So
I
I'm
ask a
open to your
question? Can you
questions.
hear me?
I can, but you're not all that audible. You might want to speak up louder. Um, Nathan, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, okay. So I'm just a little bit confused about the crazy hits you spoke about. Like, is that crazy
Oh,
hit? It's like a sketch. Is it like a sketch app that we can just go use our mouse and sketch things, or like
no.
I don't really get much.
Okay, Crazy 8 is a
Okay.
way for you to sketch a lot in a short amount of time. It is not an app of any sort. It is like something that or like pushes you out of your comfort zone creatively, like your creative comfort zone. So it allows you to like sketch a lot of things, like different things, yeah, for the same solution you're trying to like provide to a problem. So it's like your normal basic sketches that you're going to sketch for your design. It's not, and you don't actually have to use Crazy Eight if you do not understand it. It's just about you setting a time frame for you to sketch possible solutions to your problems that can like turn into designs that will provide solutions to the problem that you're trying to like solve. I hope that clears it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Now I get it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? You said if there's no other question, then I will give you your task for tonight. So based off on your last task, based off based off of your last task, where you did user research for on logistics, if I'm correct. And if I'm not correct, if somebody should step me in the right direction. So you are going to sketch out like source out for ideas and then sketch out a solution to those problems. I don't know if you understand me. If you can speak up, if you cannot speak up so I can say it again.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
Okay, your last task your last task was to create was on user research, if I am correct. Yes.
Yes, you are correct.
Good. Now, I believe that you research on a particular thing, and I heard that you research on logistics. Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Good. Now, from what your I know you would have done interview questions. Yeah, you collated interview questions, and that was a task you submitted. So, from
Um,
your
we didn't
feedback from
collect
that
interview
interview question,
questions.
oh, sorry.
We didn't collect interview questions. We just submitted possible questions to ask our
And yes, the possible questions are the interview question you ask your target users. I
but we didn't
understand.
actually get answers.
You did not get answers. Okay,
Yes.
fine, no problem. Now, this is where your creativity comes in. Imagine that you've gotten a response. I believe that people have used logistics apps like in your whole entire lifetime, something like that. Or you have family or friends. So I don't know. You can do like a quick interview or ask them how they feel. I'm pretty sure you could talk about it in like everyday life. Okay, this thing delayed my order or something like that. So that kind of thing. So I want you to use the problems that people face with logistic apps. Yeah. That is me thinking that you have gotten answers to your user research questions. Then you resource for ideas and then sketch out those ideas like pencil paper sketch, then submit it as a task for me on Figma. Do you understand?
Yeah, I don't understand completely. Okay, wait, you said we should just imagine that we have gotten an answer to this, right? To
Yes,
the
be
questions we
creative.
wanted to ask.
Okay, fine. Search out. Okay, let me give you a like hint bonus. Search for logistic apps, yeah, and then you see reviews, yeah. Like let's say you go to Google Play, you find reviews, won't you? So when you find those reviews, based on those
Yeah,
reviews,
I
sure, sure. Now, based on those reviews, take those reviews as like the feedback you got from your user interview questions. Then source for ideas on how you can solve the problems of those reviews. Yeah. Then
okay, sure.
sketch out what like how your design will look like. Yes, I want to see your sketches and I want to see your
Okay.
ideas.
So, okay, there.
You said?
Okay, what we are sketching like. Okay, I want to get something now. I understand now the how you say we should go about
Mm-hmm.
the we choose the reviews. Now, when we have gotten all that, like we are sketching something, are we sketching it on a paper? Then we like screenshot it and like I don't know, then send submit.
Yes, you should always
I want to understand.
sketch it on a paper
Like
for
how
me.
would that
I
go?
want a
We
sketch on a
just
paper first.
sketch it
If
somewhere
I
snap.
feel okay. So since I if people don't have feedback from your interview questions, what I want you to do is go to maybe Google Play or go online, look for a logistic app or a website, look for the reviews on them. Now use those reviews, yeah, to source for ideas to possibly like solve their problems, like source for ideas as solutions to their problems. Then sketch out how those ideas you've gotten would look like in solving the problem for the users. That means you're sketching out like the foundation of a logistic app or a website for me. Like things that they have based on the reviews that you have gotten, like the reviews you've seen, and like the problems you feel like those users are facing. Do you understand?
Okay, I think I
Let me
understand. Like
see.
make a sketch
No, I'm not. I'm
of
not really
what
understanding.
the solution will look like.
Shy Hulud, you can speak if you want to.
Um, Good evening. Thank you very much for the class. Just to throw more light on the task given
Yeah.
from your previous task, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second part of the question says you should give ads in features that you feel should be added to a logistic app, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just to make it faster, out of all those features you've given, say for example, um, I would love, let's say for example, one of the features I want to say is I want the app to start flying, right? So now take a pen and a paper, a pencil and a paper, sketch out how the flying feature would be integrated inside your mobile app. Do you get? So you have the features already. You've given like a whole lot of features already that you would love to see in to improve the user experience of your mobile app. So just pick any of those ones, then pick a pen and paper, sketch how it to be integrated. For example, if someone says, I want daytime tracking, like real time tracking, I want to be saying how my parcel is moving. So take a pen and paper, sketch out how that will be integrated on the app. I hope that's clear.
Yes. Thank you very much, Shy Hulud. That's exactly what I was trying to tell you guys.
Okay, I still have a question.
So now you
So,
understand,
so can I say?
Jonathan.
Can I say? Yeah, yeah, I understand what you mean.
No,
Just
you're
a
free.
quick question. No. Okay, sure. Okay, like the sketch we're going to make, is it for a desktop, a tablet, or a phone? Or are we free to choose any one we want? Because some of those logistic app I'm seeing it from a phone. So do I have to use a desktop? I want to know.
From It's a mobile app.
Okay, yeah, yeah, sure. Yes, I got. Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Okay. So I will explain the tax very well for you guys on Slack. Like I'll give you a breakdown of what I was trying to say and what Shai Hulud has explained further for you guys. That will be all for this class.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.